Next up is Scruples Power Blonde 9 Plus, and this retails for $38.85 for 22.93 ounces. Now, what's interesting about this lightener is that it is an OG lightener. It's been around for a really long time, and to be completely honest, I have never tried this lightener. However, it is really unique in its claims. It offers a powerful dust-free formula that's perfect for darker levels of hair, and it claims that it's great for color corrections. But the plus side of this is that it claims to achieve up to 9 levels of lift and beyond. Some features and benefits of the Scruples Power Blonde is that it's fortified with a Hydra protein bond protector that helps strengthen and maintain existing cortex bonds while achieving maximum lift. It's going to soothe the scalp and hair with conditioning chamomile and penethanol, and it's formulated with castor seed oil, avocado oil, and silica. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'm thinking this is how you do it. Oh no, there's a little thing. Okay, so it has a little flippy lid, which is interesting, but let's go ahead and take this off because there is, a little paper in here. So let's go ahead and take that off. Now this has instructions right around the rim of this, which is kind of cool. And it has all your applications and everything. So I like that it's not inside, but immediately I can smell a fragrance from this. It smells like bleach. It has like a sweet kind of fragrance, but it smells like bleach. There is no scooper in there, so I'm not gonna be able to do the dust test, but there is a little bit of dust going on, so I think we're gonna really see that dust test when we go in with the pori action, because that's how this thing is designed. So the mixing ratios for Scruples was a little interesting out of the entire collection that I'm mixing up and testing today. So for on scalp specifically, you're going to mix this up 1:2 mixing ratio with 10 or 20 volume, and you're going to process this up to 45 minutes with absolutely no heat. However, if you're going to be doing off scalp application, you're going to mix this up 1:1 up to 40 volume developer, and you would just process this for as little as 5 minutes all the way up to 35 minutes. And you can use heat or no heat. So now let's go ahead and mix this up. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up out of 1 to 2 because that's kind of what we've been doing for all of our lighteners. And I'm just gonna do the little pour action. So let's see if we get any dust factor here. I'm just gonna go ahead and put 20 grams in here. So I do feel like there was a lot of dust with that because of the pouring action. I feel like I'd have a little bit more control with the scooper. Now I could not find the corresponding developer to Scruples. It was completely out of stock. So there was an inventory issue at Cosmoprof, which I'm not sure the reason why. To take its place, I'm going to be using the Vero K-Pack 20 volume developer. I feel like this developer is kind of middle of the road. It's not super thick and it's not super watery. It's like right in between. So the powder almost kind of feels like a really thin sand, like a powder sand. It's so hard to describe these, but I will say the fragrance on it, it's like a bleach with a slight clean floral scent. I don't even know if that's the right word that I'm looking for. Now, for those of you who told me that you swear by Scruples, I am going to assume that you're like an OG hairstylist. You've been doing hair probably as long as I have, like 15, 20 years. So it feels a little on the thinner side of the viscosity. Let's go ahead and give this a second to kind of thicken up if it does thicken up. Now let's go ahead and do the brush test. So it did thicken up just a little bit, still moving for me, but overall I don't hate it. This is another one that almost I can feel like a little bit of oily, that hydration to the lightener, which is really interesting. But I think the thing that intrigues me the most about this lightener is the fact that it claims 9 levels and beyond. So I'm really curious how well this is going to do with the processing time of 45 minutes. So I will say one thing, the lower the mixing ratio, so if we're mixing this up 1:1, it is going to be a stronger formula. That's with any lightener in general. So don't come for me in the comments with you didn't mix it up strong enough. I know that you can mix it up at a lower ratio and you're going to get a little bit more lift, but this is just kind of like a middle ground little test to go through. So now we're just gonna go ahead and wait. So it's been 45 minutes. I barely feel any type of swelling. Let's see how this one did. You know, for 45 minutes, I'm not mad about it, but I definitely see a little bit of orangey tones. It feels really silky, which I like. All of these today have been really silky, which is kind of crazy. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like once we wash it out. So now that it's been 45 minutes and seeing this side by side, We got a really good lift out of this one. No wow factor for me here. However, based on the manufacturer's instructions, if I was to do a full off scalp application, I would definitely change up my mixing ratios and hopefully I would get a higher lift off of that. Let's go ahead and measure this one up to the level finder. So right off the bat, this has a lot of orange pigment. So when I'm looking at this, I feel like it's definitely in that 7 range, not quite an 8 at all. We have a lot of orange pigment to battle here. This is another one where I'm just kind of was hopeful that we were going to get a lot of lift. Maybe that developer could really make a huge difference, which I know it can. But when I look at how much lift we got out of this, we're definitely right at a solid 7.5 lift with this Scruples. But overall, the integrity of the hair feels really, really nice. I definitely can feel that hydration in this lighteners. I can see why a lot of hairstylists do like it for integrity purposes. However, with the type of lift and considering the others that are out there that I could use to get that wow factor lift, I'm gonna take a pass with this one. If you like this video and want to watch another one, click here. And if you want to watch the full video, click here. And for more education, head on over to marillamanelli.com or hairbnbuniversity.com.